So Silky Saks has been around for 5 years now. That is so crazy to say. And a Silky Saks is a silk line bag that I invented to store your wigs and hair extensions in. And I invented it because at the time I was wearing hair extensions. I eventually moved into wigs. And I remember everybody telling me, you should sell hair to go in the bags. You should sell hair to go in the bags. And I really didn't want to do that. And so I just decided, okay, year 5, if I'm still in business, year 5 is the year when I'm going to add hair and wigs. And so I am doing it now. This is year 5. That's so crazy. So I decided, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. We are going to launch some hair. So I eventually was going back and forth. Do I want to do synthetic? Do I want to do human? And then I decided, tape-ins. So tape-ins have become really, really popular again. They were always around in white communities, and Caucasian women have always used tape-in, especially I think like in the early 2000s. But we, as black women, were still doing like sew-ins. And so now the technology of hair has grown so much, and they can manipulate hair so much more to really look like more of our textures, and not just straight and silkier textures, but also making more kinky, coily, and just more textures that look a little bit more like African American hair. And so tape-ins have really become a thing. So I thought that's what I want to do, because that is my roots. That is how I started really getting into hair, was first doing extensions. And that's what really caused me to even create the Silky Saks. This is funny how everything now is coming around full circle. Wow, God. So I decided to do tape-ins because I feel like it's a new market, and I feel like it's always good to be first to market. And I really feel like I can carve a lane out, because since this is new in my community, there's not a lot of voices and a lot of people talking about it, and I just feel like this is an opportunity for me to do so. So I decided to go with tape-in extensions, and the hardest part about doing hair is finding a vendor. I started looking for hair in 2021, so it took me a while going through vendors. I got hair that I just thought was just trash from a lot of people, and I finally have found, just within these last few months, a vendor that I like, which is crazy because I put pressure on myself to launch at the beginning, the first quarter of this year. And I purposely chose March to launch in because I thought, give yourself as much time as you can, Ecouia, but crunch time, girl, you got to get this going. So that's what I did. And so I found my vendor. I love, my vendor. We've had some issues, but for pretty much I love my vendor, and I was able to find the silky straight tape-ins and then the blown out texture, which looks more like African American hair. And I love that because not only can I sell to us, but also, since the very beginning, I've always felt like my products were not just for one person, but for all women who want to look good, who want to feel good and be beautiful. So I am super stressed out because the woman who puts my tape-ins for me and does my install went to the hospital. And so we had to cancel the appointment. It's Saturday, and I'm supposed to film tomorrow some commercials and some ads for the drop of the tape-in extensions. So I'm having to get creative, and I may have to actually turn my tape-ins into clip-ins. Sew a comb onto the top so that I can put them in, because I know how to put in and install clips as opposed to tape-ins. So in order to have the hair and shoot the footage, because time waits for nobody. I have models and people that, have blocked out time and that I'm paying and using to shoot this footage. So I have to do it. So running a business is super stressful. Things don't always go how you plan them. And you know what? Just because things aren't going how you plan them doesn't mean that you don't do it. You have to keep going and finding solutions. And so that's really important. I just want people to know that entrepreneurship, everything ain't easy. I was telling my husband the other day, like, why is everything so hard for me? Like, I just want to be able to do something and it's easy. Like it's done, but it doesn't always work like that. So I have to film some videos for the channel, for both my YouTube channel and my Ecouia TV channel. So if you want to learn more about business, then please subscribe and check out my Ecouia TV channel. But yeah, so I'm getting ready to do that. And then once I'm done doing that, I will flat iron my hair, straighten it, and then go ahead and make those clip-ins, unless by some miracle she calls me and is like, hey, I can put your hair in. I'll be like, thank you, Jesus. But not, gotta keep on pushing, y'all. Keep on pushing. So I'm excited about the hair launch. I feel like you guys are gonna like it. I hope you guys are gonna like it. I really love the hair. Just looking for a vendor has been tough. So all right, see ya. So once I figured, okay, I'm going with tape-ins, I'm gonna do tape-ins over anything else, then always time to get into what is fun and what I love about business, because that part, I'll tell you, to be honest with you guys, the research part, the numbers, finding people, sending out emails, sending packages back and forth, talking to people in the middle of the night, is just, that is not my strength. I hate researching and looking for manufacturing vendors. I hate that part. But the marketing part, your girl loves that. So I posted this picture. I do a lot of memes on Instagram, and I posted this picture of Dion and Cher from Clueless. And Clueless is a timeless movie. It's one of my favorite movies. And so when I posted that meme, it did really good. And a lot of people were like, oh my God, I really, really love this. It brought me back, and it just got a good response. And I thought, bingo. Because Cher wears yellow, Dion wears black, and Silky Saks colors are gold and black, and gold can be substituted with yellow. So I thought, oh my God, this is like meant to be. This is perfect. So I just kept that in the back of my mind. When it's time to do the marketing, I'm going to do Clueless. So you guys, the Super Bowl was last night, and I enjoyed seeing Rihanna. And one of the commercials was this Clueless Rokutan commercial, and I was like, oh my God. And I had been seeing it, and then everybody who knows about this campaign, Don't Be Clueless for the hair, hit me up and was like, oh my God, did you see they're doing Clueless? And I at first was like sad, because I was like, everybody's gonna think I copied this commercial, even though I got this idea to do Clueless for this ad. Oh my God, I can't remember it. I know it was at least during the pandemic or right after, because I posted this picture of Cher and Dion as a meme on Silky Saks Instagram. And so when I seen that, it gave me the idea, because it got a really good response. I should use them, because their outfits are like the Silky Saks colors with the yellow and the black. It's like, play on the gold and black. And so anyways, I had always planned on doing this, but finding a manufacturer took a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to find manufacturers to, a hair supplier to, supply them with the hair. So that took so long. So I just took it as, after I got over myself and was like, Ecouia, it's okay. Like, you don't own Clueless. And if anything, if people do think you stole that idea from the Rokutan commercial or the Super Bowl commercial, you just know that you didn't. And it made me feel like, well, they have a whole marketing team over there, and I just have me. So obviously I have a great marketing mind, and that's how I'm taking it, and that's how I'm gonna leave it. So I'm getting ready to get myself dressed and together, because I have to go film some scenes with the Jeep. Yes, okay, your girl got the white Jeep. I ain't playing out in these streets. Your girl got the white Jeep. I ain't playing out in these streets. So we're gonna go ahead and do that white Jeep, y'all. So once I knew I was going to do Clueless, then I had to like make it make sense, right? Like, okay, how can I tie Clueless into hair products and the whole thing? And so in the movie, one of the big things in the movie is Cher and Dion remake over tie. And so I just was like, okay, that's it. We got tape-ins. We're going to remake over someone and make them quote unquote silky. So once I figured that part out of it, I went into Canva. If you have a business and you don't use Canva, what are you waiting for? Why are you playing? Get on Canva. So I went in Canva. I worked out all of like the marketing, what I wanted the campaign to look like, what I wanted it to stand for, kind of wrote out the storyline and all the different things I wanted to do. And I recommend that you do that anytime you are launching a new product, because it really helps you figure out how everything is going to go together and going to be seamless, because there's so much that goes behind the scenes of creating and launching a new product. So really that helped me breaking down the marketing of, okay, what is the goal of the campaign? What is the message that I'm trying to send? What is it that I want to do? How am I going to do that? And then breaking it down with the actual commercial and the campaign and what that was going to look like and entail, so that when I had like the different people that I asked to help come, the models, the videographers, the photographers, everybody come and help, there is a reference that everybody knows what they're doing and what they're working for. And so I immediately went in and started buying the outfits, right? Because Clueless is so iconic of a movie. Without the outfits and the costumes, I felt like you don't have no video. So you really have to make sure you hone that in. So I'm really blessed that all of my models and everybody who I asked to be a part of it wanted to be a part of it and were okay with being a part of it. And then I, like I did a lot of thrifting and just ordering stuff, but I really wanted every character to not be exactly like Clueless, because that is copyright infringement. You cannot remake a movie without Paramount's permission, but you can do a parody. Can't talk crazy, guys. You can do a parody, and a parody is legal. So even though I have the yellow outfit, it's not exactly like Cher's Dion's outfit, who is Sion in my movie, because I changed everybody's names to S's to play on Silky Saks. So Samber, Sai, all of us, even though we have our costumes close enough for you to recognize who they are, they're not exactly the same, and I was intentional about that. I also was intentional about their names being changed from D to S. Like I said, you don't want to be infringing on people's rights, especially if you do not have the budget to do that, which I don't yet. So whenever I do something with my marketing, I always like really push myself to go really extreme and go out of the box. I feel like there's so much content right now online and you're being bombarded with stuff. I always try to do my best to think about, okay, Ecouia, you want to have it so good that it stops the scroll, right? Because we're all doing this all day. So I always think about, when I'm doing something, how do you stop the scroll? What is going to make them stop the scroll? And so I felt like getting these characters as close to the movie as I can without infringing on their copyright is definitely going to stop the scroll, because Clueless is so nostalgic and we all have so many memories. It's such a huge iconic movie. So I knew, especially after I had posted that that's going to get, evoke some emotion. So I knew I wanted to do that. And so I had planned on going out to Atlanta. I was going to rent this classroom and have some of my other YouTuber wig bays and makeup bays be in it. But it ended up just not working out, unfortunately, because some of the ladies couldn't make it because they had prior things, and then deaths, and then my own personal life. My father-in-law got really sick. So I usually don't really talk too much about my personal life, but I don't know, I feel like this is an important piece to put in this vlog because so many things happen behind the scenes that people don't know about. So I am blessed to have some of the best friends and community that is here on YouTube, and I have put it together for us all to meet in Atlanta to do some shooting. And unfortunately, some of the members of the group have had people pass and aren't going to be able to make it. Unfortunately, my father-in-law is in the hospital right now, not doing well, and so I've had to cancel the trip. So just trying to figure out how to balance it all, because I still have to do the work to put out the hair. And this is the kind of stuff that people don't talk about. It's always a highlight reel, but I wanted to, let me get myself together. I wanted to show this because I want people to understand that social media is what we show you, what we tell you, but there's a lot of times, a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that are not good, and you still have to push through. So, I'm going to figure out how to push through, but it's hard, and I want people to understand that. Oh my God, my phone's going off. It's hard, and I want people to understand that. So, okay. All these things happen behind the scenes that people don't know about, but you still have to be pushing through. At this point, I had already put out that I was launching on the 13th of March. So I couldn't just not be like, okay, nope, well, actually I lied. Once you put it out there, and that's part of the reason why I put it out there, because I knew once I put this out there, that's going to make me have to do what I need to get done. And so thank God I have so much awesome friends. Jessie M. Simmons and her husband Stanley live here in the area where I live, and they were so awesome and willing to just come that quick to help me redo a scene that's iconic in the movie, and that really has to be done right. All right, so we are on set. We're doing the classroom scene. I got girl Jessie. She's playing Samber for the Silky Saks commercial, and she is killing it, you guys. I cannot wait for you guys to see. So exciting. Thank you so much, Jessie, for coming. And that was her husband being the teacher. So, you guys, good stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And so grateful for them. And then Stanley is so awesome. He was actually in it, and then he helped me with as far as like some scenes that I wanted to do, showing me and telling me how to do them, because that's his thing. He's really good at that. And so, and just all of my friends behind the scenes who were supportive, you know that when I ended up canceling, a lot of people had already spent money to come and be a part of it. And so they were all supportive, so I appreciate that so much. And then not only that, but just pushing through and getting it done. I just really think people don't realize how much goes on to get something done. Then as far as like the actual movie goes, planning out the scenes, looking up music and finding music, it's not just the costume, but also looking into music and finding music that kind of correlates and gives you the feeling of the movie, and just like planning everything and editing everything. Because I do all the planning and editing and everything myself. Okay, Netflix, you can hire some YouTubers, okay? Because we do these things.
All right, never mind the background. I am stressed out this morning because it is pouring down raining, you guys. Pouring down raining. And tomorrow we are supposed to be filming the scene where we meet Sai, who we are going to be making over, and we are recreating that PE scene in Clueless, and it's raining. It stopped raining, but it's supposed to maybe rain tomorrow, and we're going to be outside on tennis courts. How that's going to work, y'all? So in the meantime, I am now in YouTube listening to this free music so I can at least find the music for the video as I edit it, because tomorrow I'm literally going to be flying by the seat of my pants. So this is the life of an entrepreneur, you guys. And things don't always go well, but you have to keep pushing through. I mean, from my father-in-law being found sick and me having to cancel Atlanta, to going in and finding a way and working around a way to redo that classroom scene, and now the same thing. And so I have already put it out that we are launching these the second day of March. People have already responded to the second Monday, in March, and people have already responded to that. So now I have to put a deadline on myself, which is good, because that means you got to perform. So we're gonna show up in Jesus' name. We're gonna show up. I don't know how, but we're gonna show up.
So, once it gets close to coming, you have to do the technical stuff too, like all the things you have to do behind as far as like the website, updating the website, putting all that information in there.
So I just got done recording 3 interviews for the Wig Life podcast, and now I'm getting ready to start editing a video. I mean, not a video. Oh my God, you guys. That's how tired I am. I need to edit a video I do for my channel, but I'm going to start working also on the website, like kind of laying out what I want the hair page to like look like and what I wanted to do. So I'm going to be doing that and then going in and editing a video. I have my store through Shopify, and Shopify is not easy for me to build pages on. So I'm going to do the best that I can, and hopefully I can get pretty far without having to hire somebody. Hopefully I can just get all done, but we'll see. I don't know, y'all. We gonna see. So yeah.
One of the things that scared me about selling hair is I always heard how much fraud is in hair, with people ordering hairs and bundles and saying they got the hair but they didn't, and canceling things. So I really try to do as much as I can behind the scenes to make sure that that doesn't happen, and figuring out how much to order and how much not having, all the options, all those things, can really get confusing.
So I just got done recording 2 episodes of the Wig Life podcast. If you don't know, I have a podcast, put the link down there so you can check it out. And so now I'm taking the hair that I got and taking it and putting it into my packaging so that they can all be seamless, because my vendor is a different vendor from these, the straight silky ones. I have a different one for the blown out texture, and so I'm going to be taking these out of the pack, put them in there. I have a whole bunch to do, you guys. So, glamorous life of an entrepreneur.
Down, but I just try to stick with the basics. Get some wavy hair, get some straight hair, get a blonde, get a black, because most people are either a brunette or a blonde. Most people either like straight hair or, wavier, curlier hair, and see how it does. And then, you move on and just, really take baby steps. But, going behind the scenes, updating the website, because technical stuff, I hate all that kind of stuff, like I was saying earlier. So really having to take the time to do that. I had to pay also to have somebody come in and make sure some other things that needed to be done are done, and then setting up all the email sequences, coming up with the giveaway, going live.
So I took my lashes off because they were just driving me insane. But I got a little bit of a cold. I just got done going live. I gave away this share in the Sion package. I gave away some of the hair, the straight hair and the curly hair, and it was so much fun. I miss my Silky Chicks and going live. I really do miss that. It was a lot of fun. I'm trying to give you share with my little jumpsuit. So I'm back in bed working on the website as we speak, because I know that, of course, when you watch this video, the hair is going to be out, but tonight is the night that the hair comes out. I am still, you guys, still working on just finishing up my last email sequence with letting people know about the discount code and, encouraging them to go shop, go shop, go shop. You don't have so many days before, you're going to miss out. So I'm trying to just encourage people and get people to go shop. When you launch, there's a whole thing. It's not just doing the commercial, which I know you guys have seen now by this point, but it's also, all the things on the back end. So maybe one day I'll go in and do a video about all the things you do on the back end on the launch. Thank you guys so much, though. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope you like your tapes, because I'm loving mine.
To give some of the hair away, and just, making a countdown vertical videos to get people excited and get people ready, and getting people to come to the premiere and, wanting to be a part and watch everything. A lot of work always goes behind all that stuff. And, if you have a business, if you're watching this and you have a business, I just really would encourage you to just map out a plan. And I did not start this 3 months ago. Especially when you don't have a really big budget, you use time. Time helps you. So put time on your side. So if okay, I want to launch in March of 2023, then I started really in 2021, to be honest. And I just started looking for hair vendors, and it took me a long time to get it. And then I also started buying the costume, buying the pieces, and buying little things that I could buy, making lists, writing out everything it is that you need to do. Like I said, it really helps you to stay focused and stay on track until you can get to where you want to be. And then I just feel so blessed and so happy to even be in business for 5 years, to be launching this, and then having so many people seeing the videos and seeing the things and responding to it and loving it and liking everything, and everybody just willing to take their time to come and really be a part of my vision. I just feel so blessed. So if you haven't watched the Don't Be Clueless video yet, the link is in the description box. Please go check it out. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much, because without you, I could not be doing any of this that I'm doing. So many of you guys come and watch these videos every Monday and Friday, come to the live, support, whether it's commenting on our social media or just actually supporting with your money, your time. I really appreciate it. I could not be where I am without you guys. And so Don't Be Clueless was so much fun to do, and I'm just really excited about everything. And if you have any questions about business and how to plan things, how to go about doing things, please leave a comment down below. And if you haven't already yet, go check out Don't Be Clueless, and also go over and shop Silky Saks. Alrighty, see you in the next one. Remember, better care is better wear.